Hey, Paul.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, can you introduce yourself and tell us also a little snippet about Ceros?
Yeah, hi, I'm Paul Fifield. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer of Ceros, so I've got overall responsibility for the revenue in the US and the UK. And we're a startup, just got recently funded from Greycroft, and it's a online marketing technology to help brands better engage their consumers through, great content.
Yep, and we're also working on your messaging. That's great. Thanks. And welcome to New York. You just moved here from London
2 months ago, yeah. So I got married 2.5 months ago and moved here 2 months ago.
So part of that, and this is what this post explains, is how you ran a recruiting process from England here in the United States, in New York.
Yeah.
And what was, so just briefly, because the post will go into detail, what were one or two things that you did that was different, or for me surprising, in terms of how you did it?
Well,
Let's start there.
One of the first things we did that was very different was, taking a tip from you, Aaron, was creating a video. so instead of just writing a bland job description, we wrote actually a very personalised job description. So it was from me. I was talking.
Yeah, almost like a letter.
It was almost like a letter. It was like, hi, I'm Paul. I'm looking for this, and making it much more personalised. So that was the first thing that we did. Second thing we did was created about a 4-minute video, which was quite painful to make, but we got there in the end. And so people could kind of see who they were going to work with.
It was only painful because you didn't enjoy it. You're embarrassed.
I enjoyed making it, but the results were great.
Yeah.
And I certainly couldn't really watch it, but it meant that candidates coming along knew that we really cared and we were motivated and we wanted to do something really special. So that was good. And then after that, we created a process where if anyone was interested, they had to submit 200- 300-word essays
to even get into the process.
Yeah. So I found about 15 people I really liked, and when I set that as a sort of barrier, if you like, 5 people immediately just disappeared, which is great because I don't want, I want people that want to, rise to a challenge. So that was the first kind of thing. Not only did I want people that wanted to take the challenge on, but obviously also wanted to see the 2 essays were, one was on any aspect of digital marketing, and then the other piece,
industry,
which is our industry, and the other piece was, tell me more about you and give me an example of kind of entrepreneurial flair, because we're a startup, so we haven't got everything worked out yet. So we need kind of individuals and people that are willing to come and be in an environment where they're happy to work on creating kind of process. They're comfortable with a lack of process, if you like. Yeah,
at that building stage.
Exactly.
Builders.
So having those 2 essays was the challenge of setting it to see if people would respond, and B, it gave me an insight as well into both their understanding of our industry and also their character.
Yeah. And what was one of the surprising results you got from how you ran the whole process?
I wouldn't say.
Or how well did it work?
I wouldn't say a surprising result. It just worked.
Yeah.
And what was interesting is, particularly for the prospecting role, because a lot of that activity happens on the phone, having a really good phone manner is really important. So obviously the next stage in the process, if I liked what you'd written, of which I think about, out of about 10, 6 people got through to the next stage. Some people could just barely write. Once we got to the next stage, it was a 15-20 minute phone interview, because I needed to know that they were competent on the phone, and we kind of scored people as well during that process. And 2 or 3 people just weren't very, very good. At speaking, unfortunately, particularly on the phone. So that kind of weeded them out at that point as well. So you've got to think about what the role is, and then design a process which hopefully drives you to the kind of perfect candidate. Yeah. So you can kind of deselect along the way. Yeah,
and I know that you're busy. A lot of the benefits was helping people deselect themselves along the way.
Yeah.
It worked out really well. Again, I've been very impressed with the people you've gotten. I'll say a lot of the really fast and great results you're getting with the outbound process we have is because the people that you have.
Yeah.
So well done.
Thank you very much.
Well, I wouldn't say well done, mate, because isn't that Australian?
That's okay, buddy.
Bloke. Well done, bloke. All right.
Yeah, and I think as a sort of closing comment, work hard at that bit, because the framework's fantastic, but if you haven't got the people in place, it just probably, you're just not going to be as successful.
Yeah. All right. Thanks very much, Paul.
Thanks.